This is your message from Spirit, your guidance from the universe. I know that many of you appreciate the YouTube shorts I upload every day with a message from Spirit. So I thought I would give you a bit of a longer reading, more than a minute long. I made a pick a card, pick a pile, pick a crystal reading for you today. For you, not for anyone else. It's for guidance for you from Spirit. So you can choose from this beautiful self-love rose quartz, pink, and this blue celestite, connection to Spirit, and this amethyst, purple amethyst. That is very peaceful and still. So yeah, and I will use all the decks I will use for all the piles, so you don't have to look at the decks. Just choose the crystal you feel is right for you. I also want to tell you that I have added personal readings to my website. There are not for love, romance, relationships, soulmates, twin flame questions, but personal readings for you with guidance. So if you want to dive deeper into your situation and what Spirit advises you and guides you to do, please book a reading on my website, themooncave.com. Group number 1, welcome. You chose this beautiful pink rose quartz, chunky rose quartz. I love this chunk of rose quartz. Okay, we will begin with some tarot cards from the Muse Tarot to just look into your situation. That was quick. We have 8 of emotions, 8 of cups. And it came out with another card, and I feel so strongly that I should take this too. 7 of voices, 7 of swords. And these are kind of together, so okay. Yeah, I'm already getting a lot of messages around this. And we got the Emperor. And again, another card with this, the Lovers. I'm beginning to see the whole picture now. And so do you, apparently, because we got the Ace of Voices, the Ace of Swords. Lots of cards. Lots of cards. And again, it's a double. So 4 of Inspiration. This is 4 of Wands. Right. Let's see if we can fit them into the picture. All of them. I think we will have to move things around a little bit. There we are. Excellent. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Emotions. The Page of Emotions, and below that we have 3 of Inspiration, 3 of Wands. And below that we have the Queen of Emotions, Queen of Cups, and 9 of Voices, 9 of Swords. And interestingly, we have the Muse of Emotions, which is really the King of Swords, but this is feminine deck, so the kings are muses. So we have, with the Queen of Emotions and the Muse of Emotions, here we do have the, counterparts. And that's just what I got. I got the message from the other cards. So let's see. I don't think we can. I will just place them. You won't be able to view all of them, but still. Yeah, Nine of Voices. Nice. Nine of Swords. I've shown them, so hopefully. Let's dive into the reading. What I see here is you have a connection with someone. I thought, okay, this is going to be a reading for you, not about romance, not about soulmates or twin flames or divine counterparts. And guess what? Here we are with a love reading still. Yeah, okay. This is the situation. You are in love. You have a deep love for someone. You are not together. You are separated. Could be that there is, you or the other person has, is in another relationship, or there is something that is an obstacle here for you to be together. But you have the Emperor here. It's the divine masculine. And at the same time, in this deck, it is you. Because we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energies within. We have both. And our task in this life is to balance those and, integrate both of those energies in ourselves. So, by the way, this is not, this is Three of Wands. Yeah. So there is someone that you have felt attracted to for a long, long time, but you have never really been able to establish, a regular relationship, regular romance or something. But this is a person you can't forget. And this is a person that is, they are in your dreams, but also they have inspired you to go on a spiritual journey. And here is where you comes into this reading. Because you have been so infatuated, so in love with this other person that you can't get. At least it feels like, oh, it could never be, because it's been such a long time and they don't want to be, they rejected me, or we are separated, or it didn't work out, but I can't forget this person. This situation in itself set you out on a spiritual journey. It could also be that this person has, gaslighted you or deceived you in some way once upon a time, and that is why you separated. I don't know, but there's something, there are secrets and there are things happening that you didn't know of, and lots of stuff. And this made you so, upset, heartbroken, that you eventually you had just to surrender to your deep sorrow, to your grief, and just rise from the ashes like a phoenix and try and move on with your life. The thing is, with the Queen of Emotions and the Muse of Emotions, it could be that none of you really told each other how you really felt deep down. Somehow you were afraid of rejection, both of you, or you were too shy or too embarrassed, or had possibly bad self-esteem, such low confidence that you thought that this wonderful person would never settle for someone like me, little old me, I'm nothing. They are like, you put them on a pedestal and they put you on a pedestal, and it never happened. But there are still a lot of attraction and feelings and a kind of unconditional love between you. So you could identify as a, soulmate, kindred spirit, twin flame, perhaps. And you have longed for each other, or you have longed for this person such a long time and you wanted it to happen. It's like you feel this is my person. Why aren't we together? Because when you met them, you were like, oh, this is my person. We are going to be together. It's going to be so romantic, and we are going to, get married and stuff like that. And it never happened. So then a long time went by, and you were like, okay, this isn't happening. I'm crushed. And from that you rose and went on a spiritual path, and now you are in a better place, hopefully. If you're not, if this is too new, you will be in a better place. I can promise you that much. So this spiritual journey is really a sacred path you're on. And the goal with this sacred path is to connect to spirit and connect to yourself through spirit, because you are spirit. Okay? So you have been waiting and waiting for this romance to happen. You have like a dream. You have daydreams, you have night dreams, you have, this, you want this to happen, and it just doesn't. So eventually you have to surrender to it and more or less give up these romanticized dreams and realize that, okay, I'm on my own. And first you might have been, a bit upset and angry even. It's like, I'm on my own. Nobody can do anything for me. I'm alone in the world. Nobody cares. I'm never going to reach this, romantic relationship that I want. So, well, sod it. I'm doing it myself. And that's the turning point here. That is the turning point. That you realize that I have so much love to give, and this person doesn't want it. Obviously, they don't want it. I try to give them my love, but they won't take it. So then you realize, okay, I have so much love to give, so I'm going to give that love to myself. Okay? And you can see in this card as well, the Muse of Emotions. Here we are. You drink from your own cup. Because this Queen of Emotions, the Queen of Cups, is usually depicted with, staring at the cup of love and then put the lid on it. So you put the lid on it, but then you realized, I can drink from my own cup. Hey, I can give myself all the love I deserve and want. And as you do that, actually, if you have a spiritual connection with this other person, they will also drink from their cup. Especially if you identify as a twin flame, you will mirror each other. So, okay, this is the situation. You're on a spiritual journey. You have learned to love yourself more. You have learned to drink from your own cup and to give yourself what you need, which makes you free. It sets you free because you don't need anyone else than you. Of course, it's nice. Of course, we all have relationships. We have good friends. We have lovers sometimes. We have, but you really don't, the more you drink from your own cup and realize that I give myself love, I give myself money, I give myself everything I need. I don't really need another person. Of course, relationships are always nice, but you feel so strong and so proud in yourself. So that is the, end goal here. So let's give you some advice, because I feel that you have come a long way, really. You are no newbie here on this. So let's see what we have. Advice. We have Indian goddess called Lakshmi. Of course we have. Hello, Lakshmi. Lakshmi is one of my favorite goddesses. Actually, let's read about Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, fortune, and beauty. And I would say love, self-love. And because she's the goddess of abundance and fortune and beauty, this is what you give yourself through Lakshmi, in a way. So the book says she's the goddess of abundance, physical beauty, ojas, which is vital life force, good fortune, and fertility. And she's sweet, the sweetness of the fruit, the petals of the flower, the glistening of the ocean. Oh, that is beautiful. She is the extra spark that makes certain things beautiful. She comes to you with blessings of prosperity for the fruits of your labor. She has recognized your generosity and rewards you in her ways, whether it's financial abundance, radiant health, loving partnership, a comfortable home, good fortune, or impregnation you are seeking. Continue to give freely and lovingly, and so will she. So she is blessing you. Lakshmi is blessing you on this spiritual journey. I will also actually read a little about the Eight of Emotions, Eight of Cups here, which is your first card. Because there's a little verse to each of these cards. So this is your verse or poem for Eight of Emotions, this one, Eight of Cups. Her restless solitude, a compulsion to leave this over and over extension. The under and under fulfillment waxes. This spiritually driven tension. Enjoy this shedding of escape and ease, not here. On horizons it looms. She walks away and heads towards her life, a future of bliss and of blooms. How, I'm sorry, but this is, like right on the spot here. This is perfect for this reading. Wow. So what you are doing now is walking away from that which simply does not fit anymore. You are letting go of old wounds, old stories, and you now have an opportunity to choose the best path for yourself, the first day of a new life, walking away from negative situations and feelings of disappointment. Wow, this is spot on. So this is you walking towards your new wonderful life, your new wonderful future. Let's have some more advice from Spirit. I don't believe this. Come on. New moon, beginnings. I can't make this up. This is, exactly. You are in the new moon phase of your life. You are at a new beginning. And I love this card with, you know, the two tigers watching over this woman. And they are so protective of her. This is oh so beautiful. And you have the blessings from Lakshmi. Let's get you a crystal grid as well. So what this reading is really telling you is that you are on the right path. You are walking towards a new beginning. And now you might be wondering, is this person that I want, is there any place for them in my future? Well, might not. We don't know. That's another reading. So I'm not going to look into that because this reading is about you and not them. So this talking about them is just, you know, a background. So you can, to help you to see that, yes, this is my reading. This is my situation. And you get this beautiful crystal grid, number 23, inspiration, chrysanthemum stone. I don't have one of those, I'm sorry to say, in my possession. I have many crystals, but not that. So let's have a look in the book what this says. Inspiration, harmony, fun. Yeah, chrysanthemum stone, golden calcite, and quartz. Well, I do have quartz on my table, on my desk here. Okay, great. Crystal quartz. Yes, inspiration. It's time to light that spark and reach for the sky. Yeah. It's time to be you, be creative, find your inner child and run with it. Chrysanthemum stone is a brilliant stone to inspire and bring a little joy into your life. Coupled with golden calcite and quartz, meditating on this card with this combination of stones will help you clearly see what you need to do to achieve your dreams. So this is absolutely perfect because you are on a sacred path. And the goal with this sacred path is not only to connect to spirit, but also connect to yourself and learn how to give yourself everything you need. That doesn't mean that we, you know, shut out other people. We have family, we have friends. On the contrary, you should draw in all beautiful relationships to your life. It only means that you can be free to stand by your own and to give yourself everything you need, which is so, so, so important because it makes you strong. It makes you draw to you the love you deserve and the loving romantic relationships you deserve. Because when you stand on your own, when you can give yourself everything you need, you are ready for an equal relationship, a romance when there are two equal parties coming together of free will, not because they need something like, oh, you are going to complete me, or oh, you are going to make me happy, or you are going to sort out my finances, or, you know, people get together for all kinds of silly things because they can't give it to themselves. But if you you know you can give everything to yourself, then you're ready for a real romantic relationship with someone which is going to be wonderful, and you will get the love you deserve. You will give your love to someone who really appreciates it. and it's going to be pure joy, unconditional love, and happiness. And you are not going to accept someone who is, treating you less than, okay? So this is your message from Spirit and your guidance from the universe. Just keep on going to learn how to give yourself everything you want and need, because that will set you free. So if this resonated, please, subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up, everything, that will help my channel grow. And if you need further assistance and guidance in your life, please book a personal reading on my website. Thank you so much. Group number 2, you chose this beautiful blue celestite. Let's begin your reading. And I will take 3 cards from the Muse Tarot. Actually, group 1 got double cards each time. Let's see. How about you? Oh, number 20, Awakening. This is a Judgment card. Awakening. Exciting. And then you got the World, Cosmos. How funny, 20 and 21. And you got 9 of Cups, and you got 2 of Cups. So here we have a double card. Okay. And we have the Ace of Cups. Looks like this at the bottom of the deck. I'm showing that you don't have to see the entire card, but I'm showing them to you here. And then we have the 9 of Materials, 9 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Emotions, 5 of Cups. Some disappointment in your life here. And the Page of Voices. Something you have learned. There's some lesson you have gone through that you have learned things from. So you have had a spiritual awakening. You have begun to connect to Spirit, and you have begun to see the Spirit in you. The divine in you. So this has kind of opened you up. The spiritual awakening could have had begun with some kind of disappointment. And again, we have the 2 of Emotion, 2 of Cups. That is, this is my card in the entire tarot deck that speaks about relationships, soulmates, deep soulmate relationships, kindred spirits, twin flames, whatever you want to identify as. Funny, group 1 also had that. Someone coming in and kind of, waking them up, and boom, you're on a spiritual journey that you couldn't have. It comes as a surprise, I feel. So we don't have the Tower here, but I feel that in your case it could have been quite shocking, this disappointment. Maybe someone who you thought were your soulmate or romantic partner disappointed you, and maybe you found something out and it was like, oh, shock. Everything turns upside down, and from this you are led to a spiritual awakening. And we have both the 9 of Materials and 9 of Emotions here. 9 of Materials at the bottom of the deck. together with Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups, which in this case I feel is also self-love. So it's like you took this disappointment and you created something from it for you. You learned how to connect with your inner child. You learned how to connect with spirit. Maybe you try to connect to your inner child first and then you discovered spirit. Could be for some of you. And this made you see things clearly with a Page of Voices here, Page of Swords. You have learned a lot on this journey from disappointment to kind of self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency? I don't know the word. You know what I mean. Yeah, so this is your situation. Some disappointment led you to a spiritual awakening, and it opened up a whole new world to you when you realize that, you know, how spirit works for you and how spirit works in the world, and that we all are connected through spirit. So you learned a lot, but you also learned how to stand on your own feet. So let's see further advice on this journey. Oh wow, what a cute white tiger, Tamas. Okay, so what is that? Let's find out in the guidebook. It's an Ayurveda term, so let's see. What is Tamas? Density, dullness, and inertia. Okay. So you are in a period of hibernation, which is sometimes needed to blossom into a butterfly. Yes, that's true. So you could be in this period of hibernation now, or you could have come out of it already. I don't know, but this, you know, this disappointment, this trauma that you went through led you to a period of inertia, but you discovered spirit and you were in a way born again in some way. Your body is between lines of a poem, notes of a song, steps of a dance. Use this time to fully rejuvenate your system, allowing proper rest and food. Know when it is time to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the gifts you have been cultivating. Stillness is only balanced when followed by action. Yeah, that is so true. So it could be that you're still in this state, kind of a passive state. But you are emerging. You're not in this, you know, depressed, sad state anymore. You have come out of that and you have discovered yourself, you have discovered spirit, and now it is time. I feel this is a card that is telling you to start to take action. So let's have a moon card as well. Wow, 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 yes, this is perfect. Yang, moon, strength. Yang is the masculine energy. And we all have both the feminine and the masculine divine energy within. And our task is to balance it, to be able to go back and forth between the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy within. The divine feminine is more, you know, it's more in this state, a more passive, healing state, while the masculine energy is taking action. And that is why we all people, men and women and whatever gender you identify with, we all have this both energies within. So this is practically like yin and yang. And the book says, this card calls for you to draw upon your inner resources. It's time for you to step into your power. If someone or something has been making you feel less than, yeah, the disappointment here might have, you may be making you feel less than. If someone or something has been making you feel less than, consider the possibility that this is actually a soul challenge to you from the universe, designed to urge you to believe in yourself more. It's your time to shine. You have everything you need to achieve your goals. Yeah? Because you have the 9 of Cups here, 9 of Emotions. And also the 9 of Materials, 9 of Pentacles. So you have everything that you need, you see? Now is the time for you to move out from the shadows and into the light. So this is absolutely beautiful. I can't make this up. Out from the shadows, this is a bit of a shadowy card, you know, and into the light here. Here we have both the sun and the moon. Don't sell yourself short, and don't even try to convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. You really do. And it also talks about the yin and yang energies that I told you about just now. So, how beautiful. Let's get you some crystals, a crystal grid for your journey forward. Transition number 33. Botryoidal-lepidolite. Okay. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. First time I get this card. I mean, okay. I actually first read betrayal, but maybe that's what you were, you know, subject to, some kind of betrayal. But now you are in the transition to something new, and I thought I had a regular lepidolite on my desk, but apparently not. Okay. And we have transition, absorption, stabilization. Yeah, stabilizing yourself, balancing your inner divine feminine and your inner divine masculine. Perfect. And we have this botryoidal lepidolite. We have quartz. I have that. I have a quartz here. And you have amethyst. Well, we take the group number 3's amethyst. We borrow it for a while here. Okay. And we have optical calcite. I do not have that on my desk right now. Okay. So the stone of transition indicates a time of restructure and reorganization of old patterns and beliefs. It may be a stressful time for you, but it is time to bring calm and harmony into your life. Trust that with transition come new ways of thinking and being. The upheaval is all part of the process, so there is no need to worry. Everything is as it should be. Allow yourself to flow through this transition, knowing that old patterns will be reformed into new ways of thinking and being for your higher good. What no longer serves you is being transformed into something that will, so you can bring a sense of stability back into your life. This in turn will also help with returning your emotional balance. Meditating with a stone or a card, or even just asking for the energy of lepidolite to be with you at this time may bring a sense of calm. Also, this is might be a message for someone. Lepidolite is known for its ability to relieve stress. Being a purple stone, it helps with your mind or third eye chakra to reduce obsessive thoughts. So you might have had some obsessive thoughts about, this disappointment. Let lepidolite alleviate your stress and bring calm to your body and your environment. It will clear blockages that are holding you back so you can move forward uninhibitedly. Sorry. It's time to balance your emotions, de-stress, focus, and achieve your goals with or without help from others. You can do this. You are doing it. Trust in the process and you will be rewarded. So that is the Spirit's message for you. I think it's quite beautiful. Your advice is to take action now. Show yourself. You shine. Let yourself shine into the world here. And divine powers will be with you. You are protected. You are supported. That is so beautiful. So if this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and maybe make a comment, share, subscribe. And if you want to dive deeper into your personal situation, don't hesitate to book a personal reading with me, because I have just added personal readings for one person, not only, couples and relationships, but also for the relationship with yourself. Thank you so much. See you next time. Group 3, very welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful amethyst egg. Let's place it over here. And so we will have 3 cards to look into your current situation, just to start off, and then you will get the message and advice from your, 8 voices, 8 of Swords from Spirit. And we have 4 of voices. Oh, I have to ask, group number 3, how are you? And we have 6 of Swords. Oh my word, how are you? We have 8 of materials at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Hanged Muse. Hanged Muse. And 3 of materials. Definitely something to do with your work here. Okay. Yeah, let's stop there. Something that has to do with your work. Let's see. Okay. Maybe you've been laid off. Maybe you have trouble, some kind of trouble at work or in your career. And you might not have spoken up about this. You might not have said, hey, this is not fair. What you're doing to me, this is not fair. And you want to move on. Okay. But you are you are very passive. There's basically no action here. Basically no action. I forgot to read to group number 2, but sometimes that happens. Well, then I suppose they didn't need to hear the poem, but you need to hear your poem. I can feel that. So Eight of Voices, Eight of Swords. The poem here is: bound by my voices, they scream in my ear, bound by my voices, unrisen. I am sure I can't move, I am sure I can't hear, bound with no choices, my prison. Okay, so you feel absolutely you can't move, you can't do anything, you can't make a decision, you can't speak, you can't so you are just staying passive, you don't speak, you don't move, you don't take action, but you want to. You want to leave this behind and go forward, okay? And also in this stillness, there is some insights. You have gotten some insights about the situation and about yourself. Yeah, you are disempowered, feeling stuck, bound, believing you have no choices, self-tethering, no way out. Wow. Oh, poor thing, you. So, what is your advice? What can you do? Let's not, wait any longer. Let's see what Spirit is advising you to do, because this is no fun place to be. I can tell you that, but I can also tell that you want to move forward, and you will. And Spirit is going to help you now to do that by giving you messages and advice. Okay, you got this card, Yamas. And this card is about letting go. It's a yoga term, Yamas. 8 stages of yoga, universal morality. And it says, your kindness, compassion, and generosity beam all around you. The ahimsa, compassion, you display to all living things does not go unnoticed. Okay, so I have a feeling that you are a very, kind and compassionate being, and maybe someone used you because you're so kind and so empathic and So it says, only honesty flows from your lips. You speak words steeped in truth, satya. You display honor in your asteya, non-stealing, because your deep sense of brahmacharya, control. You focus on what truly matters and have let go of excess belongings, practicing aparigraha and non-possessiveness. Continue shedding all that doesn't serve you as you blossom closer to your highest self. So this, you can turn this sad situation into something beautiful. And this is a very, very important message I hear from Spirit here, that you do not bind yourself. Do not, you are such a kind, compassionate, empathic person, and you are happy to be of service when someone needs it. And what I hear is that it's like you withdrawn this from the world because you were used, maybe even abused. So now you are very wary of, showing yourself. Don't be that. Be proud that you are this wonderful, wonderful, generous, kind being, and that someone used you and took use of that you are that kind of person. Don't let that stop you. That was, unforgivable, but, do not let that change you or stop you. Please continue to spread kindness and happiness and joy and empathy in this world, because we need it. Everyone needs it. We need you to be your wonderful, kind, shiny self, you know. Oh, beautiful. We have moonbeams, focus. What can that be about? Let's find out. Yeah, I feel that... okay, Spirit is telling me to take parts of this, because everything is not related to you or meant for you. But the message here is, don't judge yourself too harshly. Focus on the positive and take a time out if you need it. I'm feeling you do take a time out, because you're absolutely passive right now, and meditate. So this is really both yin and yang. This is a balance, divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And I feel like the message here is don't judge yourself, because you did nothing wrong. You were used, you were abused, you were taken advantage of. Don't judge yourself for that. Be proud that you are this, you know, kind being. That you are a human being, you know. So I want to give you some crystals as well. Don't dull yourself. Don't dull your light in this world. Do not do that. Yeah, we have communication. CELESTITE. No idea what that kind of... There are so many crystals in the world, and I don't know half of them. I have to admit, this is number 3. So this is about communication, goals, and harmony. And we have this chalcanthite, quartz, and lapis lazuli. I don't think I have any. Yeah, quartz, of course, I have on my desk, but I don't think the others. No, I don't have them on my desk. But here's some quartz for you. So this is about communication is the key message here. Yeah. This is about your throat chakra, because I feel that you fell silent after this traumatic experience. So you need to get your communication going again. And it's first and foremost communication with yourself, but also communication with others. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You know, just tell your story. I hope you have friends that have the compassion and patience to listen to your story. So tell them, you know, communication is key here. Yeah, if you have drawn this card, it is a time for you to express yourself. And it also says communication comes in many forms, whether it's verbal, written, or through art. Set a clear intention or goal and speak it into being. Let your true being express itself in an uninhibited manner. This is really good advice from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for this excellent advice. What you should do, your task now is to first tell yourself, speak up to yourself, and use your favorite channel. You know, maybe you're a writer and you will write your experience down. Maybe you are a more creative art person. So paint it. Paint your pain, paint your experience, or whatever, you know, your favorite channel of expression is. If it's words or speak, make music, do anything, but turn this experience into communication, and you will be able to move forward. And start with yourself, do it for yourself, and then go out and, you know, tell others. Someone you trust to be kind and compassionate, friends, family, whatever kind of relationship you have. So this is your message from Spirit. This is your advice, and I'm sending you big hugs and blessings, because I can clearly see you're not in the best of spaces right now, but you can move forward by communicating, by expressing your feelings, your emotions, what you've gone through, and begin to do it for yourself first, and then to others, to the world. So it's time for you to take action to get yourself out of this passive, silent state. Don't stay silent anymore, please. Speak up. And yeah, I would love to listen to your story. Please let me know in the comments if you want. Stay anonymous, but let me know in the comments. I would love to listen to your story, and I would love to give you support there. So please comment. And if this resonated with you, please comment, give a thumbs up, subscribe, all those things that helps my channel to grow, and my messages, spirit messages, to reach more people. And if you want to dive deeper into this, but only if you want, but I do offer personal readings. On my website, you can only book through my website. Okay, thank you so much I have been so honored to do this reading for you, actually, and I have such deep emotion and compassion for you. So please feel better, move into a better space by communicating, and you are, let go of all those negative things. It doesn't mean that you don't letting go doesn't mean that you don't acknowledge what you've gone through. On the contrary, you do acknowledge. By communicating about it, you acknowledge what you've been through, and that will be helpful. So I thank you so much, and see you in the next reading.